Hello everybody, my name is Catherine Santamaria and today I'm going to be explaining to you how Walt Disney evolved and how it all started. When somebody has a dream, a passion, that person will go far because their ambition drives them towards it. This was the case for Frank Wells. Frank Wells was the president of Walt Disney, but first let me take you back to where it all started. The Disney organization was founded in 1923 by the Disney brothers Walt and Roy with just a $500 loan. By 1987, the company was making already billions of dollars and licensing agreements of a Mickey Mouse pencil tablet. As you can see here, I created a financial performance chart, and basically this is just a financial performance from the 1940s all the way to the 1980s. As you can see in this graph, you're going to see that 1940s it was just a very fine little line here, and then in the 1980s, which is all in blue, is where all the sales increased. So that's where they made most of the money. So as you can see in this chart, the numbers have increased from the 1940s all the way until the 1987s, which is the chart that you see here, where you also see that from film and television, the sales also increased from 1981, 83, 85, and all the way to 87. In the 1980s, Disney became involved with international licensing, where after the war, he hired his first country manager for France, and then it owned 8 European country managers that operated in 20 different markets. And together they employed 102 employees. As you can see here, I created basically just a PowerPoint where I laid out, the 8 countries, going from the most popular one, which is France, Denmark, Germany, Belgium, Italy, Spain, Portugal, and United Kingdom. As you can see, I did a lot of emphasis on France because that's where all of the business and everything went on. So that's where it was involved. Once the company was finally settled and they had Disney in Paris, they decided they needed a manager. And the search went on, and while they were searching for the great candidate, they really had it right in front of their faces. They realized that Dennis Hightower was the right man to take over this position because he was someone that could be trusted and he was loyal. From there on, they started to take over other regions such as Asia, Canada, and Latin America. Throughout the years, it was proven that Hightower had been very successful in the ambassadorial task of building awareness, and he reflected considerable satisfaction on his 7 years, and he has seen growth in the retail value of Disney from $650 million in 1987 to $3.5 billion by 1993. Now, Hightower believed that bringing the country operations closer together had generated a legacy. For instance, Hightower established an operating council that included himself, the 8 country managers, and 4 executives from the regional office, and they met every quarter and occasionally designated special teams to look into specific issues. In 1994, Disney experienced a tragic loss. Frank Wells dies in a helicopter accident in April. And here is a picture of Frank Wells, and basically there is a newspaper and then there's a helicopter basically describing the incident and how it happened and where it took place. This was very sad for everybody in the Walt Disney because he was a really, really important and businessman. 3 months later, Disney's chairman and CEO, Michael Eisner, which is right here, he underwent heart surgery, and this was also very sad because this was a situation where such an important person and then going into something so serious and so delicate that you never knew what could have came out of something like this. Plus, we had Frank Wells that just had an accident 3 months ago. Everything that happened and is happening was something that the company was really taking in consideration and worrying about, because this could affect the company, and it did affect the company in some ways. Also, right when Frank Wells died, and right when Eisner went into surgery 3 months later, Katzenberg, which was Jeffrey Katzenberg, which is right here, he decided to leave the company. So he announced that he was leaving the company, and in this moment, Hightower, he's the only one that's left, and he perceived that one of his greatest challenges in the coming years would be planning his succession. He didn't know where this was going to get to lead to him. He didn't know where he was going to go from here. So this was a point of his stage where he didn't know or how this was going to happen or where this was going to lead him. So this speculation, like I said before, was very delicate, because this is a company that for years prided itself on its stable management. These people were in this company and they were involved in this management for 15 plus years, and they were always with the Walt Disney Company. So for this to happen was really a tragic moment. And this has definitely reached beyond the stars. And Disney's success in Europe, like the United States, has grown tremendously. The Disney label continued to be extremely powerful, and of course, one of the most 10 popular characters in Europe, 9 belong to Disney. So Disney had a lot of characters, which is always a good thing. They always licensed characters, and they always thought that that was something that was going to bring the characters together. It was so powerful. Hightower was definitely someone that has left a mark on Disney. His perseverance to succeed and believe in this company is what prevented the company from ever going down. He was able to prove where they stand and where they would stand 15 years from now, and where they are headed next. So this is all I had to say for the Walt Disney project. And honestly, like, from how it evolved to where it's lead to now, Disney is one of the biggest companies. It is every little girl's dream, and honestly, it's very something special. So thank you.